Today's July 7th, 2011. Haven't been able to do as many films as I'd like to lately. Actually, it's kind of by choice. Been spending a lot of time with the family. Been swimming, teaching my 2-year-old daughter how to swim, and just enjoying life. It takes a lot of time and research and effort to do these videos, which I don't usually mind. I have been doing a lot of research on the Mayan calendar recently, and I wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit. I used to think that the Mayan calendar was too complicated to try and understand. Well, they actually have a bunch of different calendars. They have a personal calendar. They have another calendar that has 365 days. They have a 360-day calendar. And they actually knew how long it took for the planet to go around the sun, down to 8 seconds. So it's pretty incredible that these people making pots, in the forest, were so advanced as far as their calendar system. They were thinking 16 billion years ago. They were thinking in billions of years. These people that supposedly are supposed to be, primitive indigenous people. So anyway, I'm not going to get into all of that right now, but where they might have got that knowledge from. But I did want to talk about the prophetic calendar that they have that I never really studied much. We're in the 9th wave now, and what I'm talking about is according to Carl Calleman, who's a bioengineer in Sweden, and he's been studying it since '79, and he's claimed that we're in the 9th wave of a 9-step pyramid, like the one you find in Tikal in Mexico. They have 9 levels. Well, the first level lasted 16.4 billion years, and then the next level was like 800 and something million years. Each level you step up is 20 times faster, and the frequency is intensified. And this is all through consciousness, the evolution of consciousness as you go up the pyramid. So we're in the final, it's less than 1 year the 9th wave lasts. And it breaks down into 7 days and 6 nights. You got these 13 periods of the frequency that goes through. And it's really fascinating. I'll link you up to the website of this guy. But what's incredible is how everything's kind of coming together now. And the 9th wave was kicked off by that Japan earthquake, and we got these 3 comets coming our way. The first one's Honda, which is coming here in a couple months, be its closest point to the Earth, and then Elenin, and then Levi, January 2012. And I've been hearing a lot of speculation about Elenin maybe being the blue star Kachina, the Hopi prophecy, and this is all speculation. Can't say that any of this is factual, but it's just really incredible what's going on. Things really do seem to be speeding up. You look at what happened between 1800 and 1900, all the advances, which, there were some, but nothing compared to the advances that happened between 1900 and 2000. I mean, with the technology and everything's just speeding up, super rate of speed. Now, we just finished the 8th level of the pyramid, which lasted 12.8 years, I believe. And so now, every 18 days, we're into a new wave of consciousness. Now, some people can feel what's happening. I think some people are just worried about, what the Lakers did or whatever. They're not really tuned in to what's happening as far as being tuned in to the earth and just the universal consciousness that we're all part of, that we're all tied into. I did listen to an interview with Dr. Calleman talking about what the Mayan calendar says about money, and he says that it's all intertwined into the evolution of consciousness, all the way from the barter system to paper money, where at different levels, it's all a reflection of the consciousness of the human brain and of mankind. So we're coming now to where the whole paper money system is going to collapse. And thinking of all this, you think, well, what happens? He says that the Mayan calendar ends October 28th, which is against that December 21st, 2012, which has been thrown around for a long time. But he says that it's actually October 28th, 2011, at the end of the 9th wave. So what happens then? Well, I don't know. I guess you could speculate a lot of different things. It's kind of like, the end of creation. Once the 16 billion years of creation is ended, well, then you have your result of what was created. We're coming into some huge changes. Just before the 9th wave started, we had all those animal deaths, birds and fish, and just the months prior to the 9th wave starting. And I'm starting to see that these pick up again. Today I just noticed there's another thousands of fish in some Red River in Oklahoma. I'm about to post that onto the dyingbirdsandfish.blogspot.com, which I believe is the only place that is documented. I think I have 150 instances documented on there, and I haven't found that type of documentation anywhere else. Whatever it is, something affecting the birds and fish. Not lack of oxygen in the water, like I kept hearing 100 times. That's just totally ridiculous. I mean, there's something else going on. So there's all these things happening. The whole world economy could come collapsing down this year. Once it starts, it just can happen really quickly. They just keep pushing off the inevitable, like with Greece and then Portugal, and then United States, same situation as Greece, just 100 times. It's 100 times amplified. The ramifications of this country defaulting, and we're only 4 weeks away from default. So they're trying to work all that out. And then I saw Buffett today saying that, well, we raised the debt ceiling 7 times under Bush, so why, I can't believe we're not going to do it now. So since we went deeper and deeper into debt under Bush, then that's justification of doing it now, according to him. He wants to put off some catastrophic event. Well, yeah, that's great. You can keep putting off a catastrophic event by raising it every year. You just can't keep raising it forever. You got to deal with it. You got to cut out the spending at some point. But that's a little more than what I want to get into right now. I wanted to mention, I've probably lost a bunch of people by this point, but I did want to mention that in the healthcare bill that was passed last year, they had something in there that said you would have to fill out a 1099 form for any sale or purchase over $600. This is for every single purchase and sale for all businesses. Like if you were to buy or precious metals, anything. Well, Obama signed and repealed that last week, thank God. I mean, that was going to be a nightmare for small businesses. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. That was thrown out. And I guess I rambled for long enough. I'll put a link down below to the guy who's been doing a lot of work on the Mayan calendar. And take care, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.